it's Brianna again from Beauty at the Lake. Today we're going to talk about the skin barrier. So the skin barrier is the outermost part of your skin that has to deal with all the trouble you put it through, basically. So it deals with all the environmental factors, whether that be pollution, icky water, chemicals and products, free radicals, the sun, all of that stuff. The skin barrier is 100% in charge of that. So we have to take care of it, because if we don't have that external defense, then we kind of don't have anything. The skin is the most important, largest organ that keeps us literally together. So we need to take care of it back. So I'm going to tell you signs that you need to work on your skin barrier, or that it may be having some issues, as well as things that we can do to try to prevent the decaying of it while excelling the defense of it. Signs of a skin barrier in need. A lot of times this is shown with acne. This is shown with cuprous skin. Fine lines can even be part of it. The skin breaking down in forms of eczema, rosacea, redness, lots of inflammation, a tenderness to touch, things like that. All of these are signs that your skin barrier needs help. And this is so common in today's world because we are constantly being thrown chemical this, chemical that, retinol, just very harsh chemicals constantly without giving back to the skin. So one of the lead principles that I practice with is, if I take away from the skin, I have to be giving back, if not giving back double. Because we just live in a society where we're constantly tearing apart our skin because we're trying to get to the root of these issues that we're having, but we constantly forget how important our skin is and how important it is to be kind back to it. So we're gonna talk about some ways to be kind to your skin. So some basics on how to help your skin barrier either repair or just keep it from having those issues in the first place. Your number one, which we cannot preach enough, is your sunscreen usage. You have to use sunscreen. The stronger the better. There are tons, if you need any recommendations whatsoever, we carry sunscreen. We can give you some other options that are as financially sound as they need to be, but we have to start wearing sunscreen. 90% of aging is the sun, and that will reflect directly in your skin, especially the skin on your face, because it's our foremost, it's never really truly protected unless you're wearing hats all the time and wearing your sunscreen. So 9 times out of 10, that's going to be our first kicker. Secondly is going to be hydration internally. So you need to keep your water up, because another function of the skin barrier is to protect what water we have inside us. And we have to keep that replenished constantly while maintaining the skin barrier. That way we're equalizing our skin and its pH and all of that good stuff, and keeping it protected, keeping ourselves hydrated, that water inside our skin like it needs to be. Something that we preach a lot at Beauty at the Lake is using gentle facial cleansers. There's a huge market of the morning bursting beads and the apricot scrubs and all these things that are super abrasive, but if you think about, it's actually really logical. Those things are probably doing more damage than good, because there's little particles that are getting into your skin and creating little micro tears and everything. And not only is that breaking down your skin barrier, but that's opening yourself up to bacteria, so that acne can flourish, things like that. So we just need to make sure that we're using something that's super, super gentle, and that we're not using crazy hot water. We're not using abrasive towels. We're using very skin-friendly pillowcases and sheets, things like that, that are just overall going to help our skin feel more luxurious and less taken advantage of, dehydrated, cuprous, crepey, whatever other bad words you want to use. So overall, the consensus is be kind to your skin. We have to keep in mind, we cannot lose sight of the fact that our skin is literally what's holding us together. And if we treat it poorly and we take away from it over and over again, it's no surprise that we see a rapid decaying in the way that we look. And we're going to be the society of the most aged people if we do not start to take care of our skin and treat it properly, and not let us get it carried away with all the chemicals and the hubbub and the next TikTok trends and all of those things. Though there's a lot of information to be learned, we just need to make sure that we're not just being negative towards it, because we should cherish it and love it and cultivate it and give it the nutrition it needs, and so that it can continue to protect us from our environments and the things that we are constantly putting it through. And that's something that we try to preach constantly, and that's something that I personally try to accomplish with every facial. I never want to take away more than I give back to it. So just keep that in mind. As long as you have that mentality, it's going to work out, and your aging will be better, and your skin barrier will replenish, and you're going to be okay. So I hope you guys like this message and that you learned something from it.